first question, when did agents learn that he had a gun, and did he ever brandish that weapon at agents?
Allie, this situation again is evolving. This situation is under investigation. Those facts will come to light.
They're lying to you about the shooting that happened in Minneapolis. They're already calling him a victim. They're already calling this a tragedy. And once again, the media is burying the most important part of the story.
We have another person executed in Minnesota by the ice cream agency, and it was disgusting. There was like 6 agents on this man holding him down. It reminded me of looking at George Floyd, only way more agents involved. And all of a sudden you see a pop, and then pop, 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 and they're all like this.
Do you think it's a coincidence that deportations are happening all across the country, but it's only in Minnesota where we see this level of chaos? Is it also a coincidence that it's the same state, same leadership that has this massive fraud scandal?
My entire problem with the situation is that when you have people in high positions such as Tim Walz, Fries, Elon Omar, D.L. Hewley, the whole entire news media, when they're telling people that ICE agents are not authority, what do you think they're doing? They're setting you people up for failure, and you're falling for it. Because while they're there saying this through a microphone where you're going to end up watching it through social media, they're not out there with you on front line. They're setting you guys up for the fall. And look what's going on. Look what's taking place. Rest in peace to that man. Let's continue with this video.
Why are we seeing this type of chaos in other cities and states? Okay, what's the common denominator? It's leadership, right? You see Jacob Fry, you see Tim Walz. They keep going out, and what are they telling their base? Go out there, follow ICE, obstruct, record them, use your bodies, use your cars, whatever you need to do, stop them. Jacob Fry said, get the F out, ICE. So why don't they want immigration enforced there? You have to ask these very pertinent, simple questions. Like, why don't they want ICE there? This is even prior to the situation with Renee Good, right? See, they know that the chaos is going to ensue anytime you direct citizens to go and obstruct federal law enforcement, which, by the way, they're also saying that they're not actually law enforcement. That's another lie they're telling their base, to embolden them to go against these regular guys who aren't quote unquote federal agents, right? Is to cause confusion and embolden, give their base a sense of entitlement. They think they're doing something righteous. And so they go out, they create all this chaos. And then, of course, with this level of chaos, something's going to go wrong, as it did today. And guess what? What are they going to say? See, look, and now Jacob Fry and Tim Walz have instantly gone to their social media to say, okay, President Trump, you see what's happening? We need you to get rid of ICE. We need you to stop the operations and pull out. That's the goal. That's what they wanted all along. Why? Because they don't want ICE deporting their new voter base. They need them. You know why they need them? Take a guess. Why is Jacob Fry dancing around waving a Somali flag and speaking in Somalian, and Minnesota officials are wearing hijabs even though they're Catholic? Why?
Yeah, that's like cosplay.
None of this is coincidence. They need to keep the illegals here. And so they have rallied their base for their own political game. And they're hoping that it'll turn the public so far against ICE that they'll get what they want, which is to have ICE removed so that they can allow the criminality to continue.
Someone brought it to my attention. They said, yo, you don't realize how this is the same replay all over again? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they said, remember George Floyd? It's the same city and state. Do you not see what's going on? And then I'm like, you know what? There is some kind of similarity going on right now. And for some reason, you see the party that they're really trying to target, they're not really being successful at it right now.
Because allegedly, they're implicated and included in that. That's the real tea.
All right, I just received a fresh new video of that man that lost his life in Minnesota. Take a look at this video, and then I'm going to come back and tell you exactly what we all have just seen.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I always say, don't play around with police, because you learn the hard way. In this situation, once you got maced, my boy, it's time to go. Staying there bugging with them is not going to end well for you. And I don't condone the unaliving of this man. However, I feel like, sometimes you should just mind your business, not get too involved with just everything, and maybe you may have a longer chance at life. How I'm looking at things is the local officials, the governor, the mayor, along with the police chief, they should be assisting these officials so none of this happens. So for instance, when they're going to go ahead and apprehend somebody, the police can be nearby and say, listen, don't interfere. And the police can handle all of that right there. It's going to be no different. This is why I'm saying mind your business. All of this is avoidable. All of this is avoidable. There's a difference now if he was just strolling, going to work. This is something that he normally does, and he's minding his business. And they said, hey, you right there minding your business. Get over here. And then they start beating him up. That's a different story. But that's not what happened. The other one you can't avoid. What happened here, I believe you can avoid. You got grown people acting like children over there. No one is pointing that out. No one is pointing that out. Why? Because the Trump hate is beyond anything.
Honestly. The fuck did you just do? What the fuck did you just do? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god!
First things first, to all those disgusting networks that continue to incite violence, get people angry and frustrated, blame ICE agents for doing horrible, horrific things. Every single one of you should be hit with a tremendous lawsuit. For every disgusting politician that took to social media to voice their opinions against this ICE agent, and the President of the United States of America should be hit with defamation lawsuits immediately. Clearly in the video, you can see ICE agents conducting their business. Clearly in the video, you can see this agitator walking in the middle of the street, trying to make it his business what the ICE agents are doing. What you can't see clearly in the video is that this man was carrying a weapon. And what else that you can't see clearly in this video is the emotions that are running wild, knowing that they have somebody that they're dealing with that can possibly take their lives. Do we wait and ask what he is going to do with his weapon while he's flailing his arms and kicking his feet? But clearly it is a snap decision call. My life or his? Moral of the story is go the fuck home. These agents have a job to do. Their job is to remove very bad criminals off of your streets. Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Kristi Noem, I promise you, by the time this is all done, they will do their job. Make an arrest on Tim Walz, make an arrest on that disgusting, incompetent mayor over there in Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, and the cherry on top, arrest Ilhan Omar and deport her back to exactly where she came from.
This man right here, who is a legal observer of ICE and an American citizen, has been confirmed dead because another federal agent-involved shooting just happened in Minneapolis this morning. And now local police are accusing federal agents of trying to cover it up, just like they did with the Renee Good shooting. Now, according to the Star Tribune, federal agents shot and unalived this man earlier today near Nicola Avenue in South Minneapolis.
You see, that's the problem right there. Being a legal observer. Why? Are you not Team America? If you're not Team America and you live in America, then why are you in America if you are against everything that's American? You don't belong here neither. And that's no shade to anybody, but you got to make common sense out of it. Where's the logic? Okay, I get it. He's a legal gun holder. But just because you have a license to carry doesn't mean with 2 magazines and go to a protest where people are actually inciting violence. Like, does that even make sense? Then you're walking towards them aggressively. They're looking at it like it's aggressively. They don't know what your intentions are. They don't want to sit there and wait for it. Then they don't even have police help. Everyone is set for failure in that state, even their own citizens. You have people like Tim Walz, Fries, Elon Omar, they're all saying these people are not real authority. They're Nazis. That's the Gestapo. When you say that, what you think people are going to do? They're going to start going behind them, recording them and saying, you're not real police. You can't do that. You can't do that. And then the people that are being apprehended, what are they saying now? Oh, they're going to unalive me. They're going to unalive me. Save me, save me. Where were those people when I was getting arrested as a teen for making a wrong decision? And I'm a citizen. I'm from this country. Nobody ran to my defense. In any hood, you let me know what hood where you had these crazy liberals running for your defense. You tell me. Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video.